Feliz Año Nuevo, papi. Feliz Año Nuevo. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Hardland, we have our blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid, taking a bit of a break. I'm sure enjoying that last series, but he's now diving back into a PvP. It is SKillous. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the German Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Berlin International Gaming, BIG. It is ShoWTimE. Here we go. Final series is here, and again, ShoWTimE and SKillous, some of the bigger names in this group, alongside Spirit, of course. Looking to determine who has the best PvP amongst them, where this takes us. Now, ShoWTimE has already bled earlier today. Remember, he did lose to Forjumi in a PvP. Forjumi really flexing his aggression and having a lot of mind games. Again, there was a lot of mind games going on in that first series of the night. I highly recommend checking it out. It was a very fun Protoss versus Protoss between those two players. And we'll see if SKillous can achieve the same, or we'll see if ShoWTimE can tighten things up and bounce back. As probes are moving out. ShoWTimE are going to be opting to hide his second pylon here. Again, it is going to be a fake proxy pylon out of ShoWTimE. And as SKillous comes in, he will recognize that, hold up, your second pylon should be here, and it isn't. SKillous' second pylon is in his main base, so standard opener out of SKillous, and he's going to have to take this seriously, going to have to try to figure out where exactly that pylon is and how committed ShoWTimE is to this proxy. We know that it's fake, but SKillous doesn't. As we see SKillous just checking the main base thoroughly, making sure that everything is on the up and up before moving out. We see SKillous going for a double Stalker opener. ShoWTimE going Stalker Sentry. A much safer opener here out of ShoWTimE. Ooh, as he does go into the main base, does get the tech of choice, does scout the tech of choice. It's going to be a delayed expansion from SKillous, going for a Stargate first. And ShoWTimE, with this information, goes for his own reactive Stargate. Okay. Interesting. So we do have quite a lot going on here. One, SKillous should be denied the scout. He will not get into the main base, which means SKillous doesn't know it's a Stargate. He did see the lack of expansion, but remember, there could be a proxy. And we're looking. Right now, SKillous, he's checking the edges of the map, looking for any potential proxy. Now, with this reactive Stargate, we can go Phoenix. SKillous is going Oracle first. Ooh, even throwing down a shield battery and a second pylon. He thinks it's an all-in. Uh-oh. SKillous, he is being bamboozled a little bit here. I mean, he didn't see the expansion. His probe died, and then we expanded. So, SKillous being fed false information. Now he comes in, now he sees the expansion, and now we cancel. Forcing her, oh my god! ShoWTimE! The mind games! Hallucination fakes out SKillous, forces the recall. SKillous going for a delayed expansion. Oracle's moving out, but the Phoenix is soon to show up, I believe. No, sorry, we canceled. Never mind. The Phoenix wasn't started first here for ShoWTimE. Going Oracle instead. SKillous confirming, of course, the base location. SKillous, he hasn't seen the Stargate. He doesn't know to prepare back at home. He is so vulnerable in the main. He freaked out against the fake, against the hallucinated Oracle, but now it's a real one. Here we go, the Oracle dives in, is going to be shut down by the Phoenix. At the same time, ShoWTimE dives in as well, and there's nothing in the main to defend. Activate bot. There we go, probes are going down. The Oracle will fall. ShoWTimE, he defends, and across the map, he's killing 8, 9, 10, 11 probes. He's having his way with SKillous, and again, SKillous, he's just been pulled left and right. Completely torn apart here. Second Oracle comes in. GG gets called, and ShoWTimE takes game number 1. Coming out heavily here with the mind games. GG. Oh my god. The mental battle that just took place. where SKillous believed it was an all-in initially, so he was hard reacting to it, then realized it wasn't an all-in, then he freaked out against the fake Oracle, then it was a real Oracle after, like, what is real? What is even real? As SKillous, yeah, just gets thrown for a loop, and ShoWTimE takes game number 1 in a pretty fancy fashion as well. You don't really see that too often. But yeah, SKillous had no idea what was happening. It was wild. It was a very chaotic game, and yeah, very stressful for SKillous to try to keep up with what exactly ShoWTimE was up to. Yeah, just the mental gymnastics, crazy. GG, well played. ShoWTimE having a bit of fun there, and really flexing his own prowess, showing that ShoWTimE doesn't have to rely on just macro and defensive play. He himself can be aggressive and can even terrify his own opponent into like overreacting in different directions. Really cool stuff. That was really cool to see as we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, hopefully recovering mentally. Like we can just piece the brain back together after that last game, and we're settling into game 2, hopefully with a reset mind. As in the bottom right hand corner we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. And spawning in the top left hand corner we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Berlin International Gaming, BIG. It is ShoWTimE. And again, hopefully SKillous can take a moment to breathe, after the nonsense that was that last game, and we can settle into Golden Aura. Now, speaking of Golden Aura, very small map, very short rush distance by ground as well, so we'll see if we make use of it. As for now, it looks like a 2-gate opener from both players. No one is tempted to go for a gate expand. Not here, not on Golden Aura. So some pretty standard openers for the time being. And we'll see if any proxy pylons get thrown down. As we catch up in the chat, yo, shout out to Complete. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Pap. Feliz. As we are nearing the end of our matches here tonight. Probes are moving out. Once again, ShoWTimE does hide his first pylon. Once again, going to be a fake proxy pylon as well. We are not committing. The probe is moving out for a scout. Meanwhile, SKillous dips in, and for a second game in a row, SKillous will recognize that the pylon is missing. So SKillous knows that something is wrong. Obviously, after the conclusion of the last game, SKillous knows that in game 1 it was a fake proxy pylon, but here in game 2, he may believe it's a real one. As we know, it's fake, man. It's fake. As ShoWTimE is coming in for a probe scout. Meanwhile, big shout to Complete Noob in the chat. God, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Oh my god, thank you so much. A lot of people have been generous recently. These past 2 broadcasts, I think we've gotten like 30 gifted subs, maybe like 40 gifted subs so far over the past like 2 days, 3 days. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate the support so much. Thank you, and I hope everyone that got the subs do appreciate it as well. Enjoy your emotes, enjoy your replay packs. If you are not a part of our Discord server, we do send out replays on a regular basis to our subscribers. So if you want to learn how to play like these players, or even just get your hands on these replays yourself, then we do give them out to our subscribers. So thank you, Papi, thank you. Shout out to Tokasik, Tier Simon, Ortinko, Sif, and Mephiel. Thank you so much. Hope you all appreciate it. Big shout out to Completes. Big shout out. Gracias, papi, gracias. Feliz año nuevo. As we're settling into this, and it looks like we have pretty safe openers all around. SKillous did open up Sentry. Very wise choice. With the Sentry opener, he's going to be able to go for Hallucination, and he does confirm everything that's going on. He does confirm the standard opener of his opponent. And both players are going Twilight Council. Twilight Council opener out of ShoWTimE. Twilight Council opener out of SKillous. ShoWTime's is slightly faster, so there's a very small window where he has blink over his opponent. Very small window. Whereas SKillous will not, but it's only by a couple of seconds, not the biggest of windows. As this time we're recovering and we're moving past the early game, and we're going to be settling into the mid-game as we establish ourselves on 2 bases. Likewise, ShoWTimE also coming in with his own hallucination scouts, and both players are fully aware of what the other is up to. It's a kid colombiano at work. Ah. Bienvenido. Love those perks. Always watch replays at work. Nice, nice. Yeah, there are some people that just want to watch themselves. You can, of course, learn from them yourselves. You can cast them yourselves. Oh, as soon as they do get into the main base, and they're going to get quite a lot done here. SKillous out of position. 4 probes going down. A good start here for ShoWTimE. Again, the pylon block was a little bit too late. Behind this, ShoWTimE getting ready for a 3rd base. Again, he's not really being too aggressive or too assertive. Just shading him with a couple of adepts and taking an economic lead. And he's going to be looking to extend that lead by taking his 3rd. Likewise, SKillous also taking his 3rd base, which is scouted by ShoWTimE. So ShoWTimE, he's aware that there's no big gateway explosion. It's only 2 gateways here for SKillous. Likewise, only 2 gateways from ShoWTimE. So we're just easing our way, again, into a 3-base economy. After a chaotic game 1, here in game number 2, where we're calming things down. Forge is on the way for +1. Likewise, Forge on the way for ShoWTimE as well. Both players working on their upgrades and working on their 3-base economy. We're just calming things down. We can see, of course, with these Forges, we should be working on gateway-centric compositions. There it is, charges on the way for SKillous, so he's going for Blink Stalkers and charge lots. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE has avoided charge entirely for the time being. Focusing a lot more here on pure Blink Stalkers instead. Ooh, we have our first big deviation. Outside of charge, of course, and our army composition is going to be looking a little bit different. SKillous, before his 3rd is even done, we throw down a 4th. Very fast 4th base. I think this is very necessary. So, SKillous, oh, as he does shut down hallucination, very nice denial. ShoWTimE doesn't see the 4th. So, essentially, this makes a lot of sense because SKillous knows he's behind. He knows he lost probes earlier. He also should be aware that his expansion was later than his opponent's as well. So, how do we catch up? 4th base. Fast, much faster 4th base here for SKillous. So, he will be able to recover in the economy. Currently, he's down, what, 4 to 5 probes? Soon, he will be catching up. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE, instead of investing into a 4th base, is going for his own gateway explosion. Likewise, so is SKillous. Gateway explosions are on the way, and both players will soon be focusing on their armies. As ShoWTimE is going to be a little bit behind with his own charge timing. Overall, both players are going to be working with the same kind of overall composition. SKillous will have the faster 4th as it's already done. ShoWTimE's is still on the way. And ShoWTimE will now confirm that the Nexus has completed. But it may be too late to do anything about this. ShoWTimE is moving out. Again, there's a little bit more pressure on ShoWTimE to try to punish this faster 4th. We'll see if he can. Again, I worry that too much time has passed, so we have a shield battery and overcharge. SKillous should be able to hold on. He is down in army supply, but he has the defender's advantage. Hallucination gets shut down. We have a Prism dipping into the main. The main army threatening the 4th. Observer does spot the main army. Stalkers are being peeled off, and we do dive on top of the Prism. Up! And it looks like we will get it. Oh, just barely we don't. The Prism does survive. Whew. The slither of HP. Does make it out, as we do get a big warp in here of reinforcements. ShoWTimE reinforcing as well. Already working on +2. I think this is a bit of an oversight. SKillous never started +2 himself. Which is a little bit concerning. So ShoWTimE is going to have a bit of an upgrade advantage. Does come across the 5th. And he dives right into the 4th as well. SKillous out of position. Shield battery goes down. Good force fields. Very nice force fields here from ShoWTimE. The Zealous just cannot take part. They trickle in. And ShoWTimE at the same, he's just all over this. He's at the 4th, he's at the 5th. And he is looking to cancel. Stalkers, they try to engage here, but the Zealots, they're breaking through. And ShoWTimE is having a better fight. At the same time, the 3rd is under threat. SKillous, he has to reinforce. And it looks like he will hold on to his 4th base, but he lost the Nexus. The Nexus did go down. And here on the right-hand side, ShoWTimE is gaining ground as well. No shield battery, no overcharge, no static defense, and we get into the mineral line. The probes. SKillous, he was pulled apart. Wasn't able to defend, wasn't able to protect his 3rd base. And ShoWTimE did pull him apart. It was a chaotic moment here, but ShoWTimE, he killed 2 bases. The center 5th and the 3rd. At the same time, we get a warp into the main base, but we have plenty to defend. The Zealots are cleaned up. And SKillous, one swift move was all it took. Where SKillous lost his observer, there was a prism, of course, it was threatening him. SKillous didn't have eyes on this army, and he was just caught out of position. And just like that, oh my god. We had a bit of a pause. But SKillous is down to 3 bases. Down in army. He's trying to chase us down. That prism, though, it's not going to fall. And ShoWTimE, he has an upgraded advantage as well. He has +2. GG gets called. ShoWTimE popping off here. Takes the series 2-0. Takes down SKillous. GG. Oh my god. GG. Well played. Very impressive series here out of ShoWTimE. Game 1 was the standout game where it was just wild. The mind games just really threw SKillous out of the game entirely, and he just was really having a hard time keeping up with ShoWTimE. Here it was a lot more back and forth and a lot more stable, but it did come down to, of course, ShoWTimE having a slightly larger army and being able to pull apart the attention of SKillous once again, just forcing him to split up his army, and SKillous was one step behind when it came to the movement of ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE was able to outposition SKillous, and from there very quickly snowball out of control. Surprisingly so. I didn't expect things to go that awry that quickly in favor of ShoWTimE, but impressive stuff nonetheless. GG, well played here by ShoWTimE, and with that he will take the series 2-0, and that will be concluding our coverage for Group C tonight. So we do switch our scenes over again. Of course, a big shout to Complete for all those gifted subs. But these are our results here from tonight. Just going over Group C, we had HSCXXIV popping off at the start of the evening, at the start of the broadcast, with the 2-1 over ShoWTimE. We had SKillous having a close series against Baby Marine. A lot of 3-1s actually, like a lots of back and forths, a lot of ace matches here between all of our players, which we do love to see. And I appreciate that even though there are some like veterans here with ShoWTimE, with Spirit, with SKillous, we still had HSCXXIV and Baby Marine fighting back. They were able to fight back, able to take their own series, their own maps, and they didn't look too bad themselves either. Again, impressive stuff. Always willing to cheer for and root for some of these younger up-and-coming players. So much love to HSCXXIV and Baby Marine. Here at the end of the night, ShoWTimE got his revenge in PvP. Did fall to HSCXXIV, but looked damn in form against SKillous. Again, maybe ShoWTimE just needed a little bit of time to warm up and really get into the zone, as all these matches were played back to back over the course of the night. And this was merely only half of the broadcast, because I say that only half of the group. We will be wrapping up here for tonight, but the next time we cover Group C, we'll have some Zerg. We'll have some Zerg representation, some surprising Zerg representation. This is the other half of the group. We have Spirit versus Baby Marine in a TVT. We have Stefano, who is also featured in this group as the lone Zerg player. Stefano, of course, has been retired for a long time. Not the most active of players, but really cool to see that he was a part of this. Really cool to see that he was a part of HomeStory Cup. Hey, mate, yo, there's a party. Stefano's going to be there, okay? There's a party in Europa. I'm sure Stefano, he will be there. You can rely on him. Rely on Stefano. As he was at HomeStory Cup 24. We are going to be featuring him against HSCXXIV and Baby Marine. We have, of course, Spirit versus ShoWTimE and SKillous versus HSCXXIV as well. This will be for the next broadcast, though. For the next broadcast. So something to look forward to. I haven't casted Stefano in a very long time, so I'm curious to see what kind of form he's in. Very curious indeed, so do look forward to his matches next week. Do look forward to it. Oh, shout out to Sinistro, Papi. Oh, thank you so much for dropping by. Big shout out to Sinistro, of course, one of the big names behind ESL, behind the ESL tournaments in general. And I know you have a big tournament coming up, Sinistro, so best of luck organizing and running IM Katowice. I know it can't be easy, so good luck, Papi, good luck. Without people like Sinistro, StarCraft would be worse off, would be far worse off, so big shout out, big shout out. Fala galera, Papi, fala galera. Oh, siempre, Papi, siempre. I'm always at a cast, Kato will be fun. Yo, shout out to Sinistro as well, mate. During all these holidays, because so many other admins are busy, you know, with New Year's, with Christmas, Sinistro even got into the thick of it. He got into the trenches with all of us, and for the first time, let us know, for the first time in how long, Sinistro even adminned an ESL Weekly after years, potentially? I don't know how long it's been, but it was really cool to see you adminning the other day. Adminning, I believe it was the ESL America's broadcast. The European broadcast. 2 to 3 years. Oh my god. It's good to see you do it again. Good to see you again, Papi. But yeah, with that, we are going to be wrapping up for the night. We are wrapping up here for the night. Again, these HomeStory Cup groups are quite large because it is round robin, so casting everything in one day, it's a bit much. It's a bit much, and we're going to be just cutting it up here into 2 broadcasts instead. And we're going to be covering the second half of Group C next week at this time. This time next week, HomeStory Cup Group C, we will conclude it. Otherwise, we are going to be wrapping up for the day. We have a pretty big weekend ahead of us. I did mention before, but to quickly reiterate, this weekend is World Team League. The finals, the playoffs of World Team League will be taking place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll be crowning a new champion for WTL. WTL Winter, the finals will be on Sunday, and of course the lead up to the finals will be on Saturday and Friday respectively. So tune in, we're going to be all over that here on the CranKy Ducklings. A big broadcast weekend, a lot of matches to be had, and I'll do my best to bring in some of the other Ducklings. Yaku has been sick, so send some love out to Yaku. He has been a little bit unwell. He's been recovering. I was talking to him earlier, and I was letting him know that we have WTL. He's like, I'll be there if I recover. Specifically, he said, if I'm fixed, I'll be there. And I'm like, oh, Yaku can never be fixed, Papi. Ay. Not like this. But he should be. Hopefully, he'll be joining me. Otherwise, he'll be recovering. Likewise, Asher might be a part of that as well. We'll see. Este Asher, never responding to my DMs, shaking my. He might be there as well, and we might bring in some other Ducklings just to help us out and just to cover those playoffs and those finals. Again, going to be a big weekend. It isn't just WTL. We also have KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, is going to be over the weekend. Tomorrow, our next broadcast is going to be here on the CranKy Ducklings, and we will be live casting, not replay casting, live casting the OSC playoffs as well. The OSC Championship. I believe the group stage has begun, and we'll be going over Group A and Group B starting tomorrow night. So in 24 hours time, we'll be here. So that's going to be our next broadcast. For those that are curious, what is the OSC Championships? What is OSC? What? Well, that is basically the championships. It's kind of like the IM Katowice of online events. OSC, they are partnered with so many online events out there, like OSC King of the Hill, like our own Sparkling Tuna Cups, and other open tournaments, Cock of the Walk, back when that was a thing. Basically, most, if not all, online events outside of the ESL Weeklies are in some way partnered with OSC. And all these online weekly tournaments, they all provide points leading into the championships at the end of the year. And you get some big names a part of that. Players like MaxPax, Dark, Hero, Beyond, Solar, they're all going to be a part of that. So be sure to tune in. It's going to be the group stage though, so some of these earlier rounds will have some of these other players, like, I mean, where other players can thrive. Forjumi, I'm sure, is going to be a part of that. Christiana, Mia Micah, Geralt, to name a few. Baby Marine may be a part of that as well. I still have to go over the groups. But that's going to be tomorrow. The group stage is going to begin tomorrow, and I believe other community casters will be covering that as well. Wardy, I think Wardy usually casts the finals. I think he usually covers like the finals of the OSC Championship. But I'm sure Steadfast and Chicken Man and Dave Testa and usually all the casters come together to provide you coverage for OSC Championships. We'll all come together. So look forward to it. Do look forward to it. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting. I heard Kuro is casting. Oh, maybe. Potentially. I miss doing the cups. It used to be my moment to chill with the community. It's good to see you again, Sinistra. Good to see you. Good to see you. But if you want to follow us, !socials in the chat, and you will gain links. You will gain links to our Discord, our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram. I mentioned before that when it comes to our subscribers, we do have a channel on Discord where we do upload our replay packs, replays that of course we have permission to share, replays from our own events, replays from the OSC, replays from the House Open Cups, to name a few. And you will gain access to that. Kung Fu Cups as well. We do share replays of Kung Fu Cups, so we got you covered if you're interested in replays from some of the best players in the world. Otherwise, I guess we're done. We're also simultaneously live casting on YouTube, so if you want to follow us on YouTube, all of our VODs are uploaded there. Our stream VODs are also immediately available on YouTube as well, so it's all there. If you're interested, it's all there if you want some of that VOD content. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We'll be back tomorrow with the OSC Championships. Otherwise, fala galera, and we'll see you guys next time. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye. Hasta luego.